Hello everybody, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to the stream. Homeboy, Taffy Laffy, Mike, Greg, Blood Moon, welcome guys. I hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining me today. Everyone ready for Thanksgiving, Greg? I think you're jumping the gun a little bit. Let's get through Halloween first, shall we, buddy? Yeah, exactly. What Blood Moon said. Yeah, we gotta get past Halloween first. You start talking to me about Christmas, and I'm gonna boot you out of the chat. We are doing some stuff in Stranglethorn today to start off. Eventually I need to head back to Desolus to do the undead kill quest, so that we can get the quest to kill everybody in Scarlet Monastery. But I think today I'm gonna hang out in the jungle. I am doing well, Blood Moon, thanks for asking. Monica, good afternoon. Alex, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, guys. Karen, good evening to you. Welcome. Mike, the OTK tournament has been nuts. In what way? Like nuts as in it's been really fun to watch, or nuts as in it's been a shit show? So I feel like it could go either way. I feel like it could go either way. Johnny, good morning, man. Thanks for being here. A Warriors winning it, or Warriors are winning in general? Warriors are the only S-tier DPS in the game, so it makes absolute sense to me that Warriors would rock any kind of PvP tournament. Blood Moon, he has a cough, but he's fine. Yeah, he went to school yesterday, he went to school today, they had their Halloween parade. And he will definitely be going trick-or-treating later. So yeah, he's gonna be okay. Just a little bit of a cold. And then if he feels like garbage after tonight, then he can stay home tomorrow. At least this way he doesn't miss his parade or his school party, and he doesn't miss trick-or-treating. He's toughing it out. The tournament's been really fun to watch. That's cool. Khadgar's Whiskers. How high do I have to be? 185. We're not too far off. We're 173. That's okay. It's not 185, that's for sure. We've got a Tauren warrior out here competing for these guys. He's rocking half HP, as warriors like to do. We're gonna have two of them here. Not really great for us. We could pop this. It's not gonna help a lot. We're gonna end up eating one of the big potions here, which kind of sucks. I'd like to think I could kill these guys, but maybe I can't. What do we want to do? Do we want to run away from this? Not really. I really don't want to run away from this. It feels kind of pathetic. I could heal myself. That could be something I could do. Let's try to get a big heal here. Big heals. Okay, there we go. Johnny, thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Happy Halloween to everybody. Indeed. Happy Halloween. One of the best holidays. John, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Glad to have you here. A couple of things. I don't know if you guys saw it. I did a recorded video on the Paladin, and I actually got the books for first aid. So we now have heavy silk bandage. I'm also sitting on the book for mage weave, which we can in one more point. Let's see if we can get this skill up. If I can get the skill up, I can get this out of my inventory. No, we did not get the one skill up. Soon we'll be able to make mage weave bandages. Oh, there we go. Now, what about the next rank? Where do I get Rune Cloth and the next rank of this? I'm pretty sure I bought all the books the guy had in Stromgarde. But maybe I missed one. Did he reposition to get out of my whirlwind? He didn't get out of it, but it really looked like he moved himself back a little bit. Theramore. Oh, the triage quest. Okay. Theramore. Is that where I do the triage quest in Theramore? And then he sells us the books. Right on. Awesome. Mendy, good afternoon. Happy Halloween to you as well. Thanks for being here. It's like, it's kind of the worst. I've come to kind of hate the whirlwind. The whirlwind often happens at really inconvenient times. And you either have to unclick it up here in the top, or you have to cast an ability, and I guess I should just cast a heal on myself whenever it happens. Maybe that I should just take that as an opportunity to heal myself, I don't know. But yeah, I'm starting to not really... I wish I could opt in or opt out of the whirlwind. Like, I wish I could, like, click something on the item to just kind of opt out of it. It always happens at a really bad time. That's an elite. I don't want to run into you accidentally. Yeah, I need to do something. I think just tapping a heal, even if I don't let it finish, if I just tap the heal, that'll cancel the whirlwind. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of it. I was fighting guys the other day that actually seemed like they would reposition as soon as the whirlwind went off. They would just move themselves out of it. And I thought that was a really weird ability for them to have. But they were doing it anyway. Alright, well that one is done. 8 out of 8. Shadow Maw Panthers. These are the guys that hang out in stealth. We need to avoid the elite. And I need to think about picking up all the herbs here that I can, actually, before we move on. I feel like someone's out here grabbing my herbs. Yeah, somebody grabbed the Fade Leaf over here. Son of a biscuit. Oh wait, maybe not. Overreaction. It's fine. It's all fine. Nobody is stealing our herbs. Yeah, I'm hoping to make a big chunk in our Strangledorn questing today to get like a lot of this stuff done. That's the dream. And obviously we're going to hit level 39 today. So that's cool. Taffy Laffy, you had a level 60 stalking you? Taking every tin note as soon as you killed the mob? What a scumbag. What kind of rude person does that? A WoW player is the answer. Be Sad Dog, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Let's head up the hill here. We'll get out of Goblin territory and we'll get into Panther territory. Let's try shield for a bit. Yeah, let's go with the shield for a bit and see if that feels any better as far as how much they're beating on us. Marlena, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Alex, that makes sense, man. Go for it. If I want to do some dungeons, I'll just look for a pug. Not a big deal. We'll see if everybody doesn't eventually come back to hardcore. I'm glad everyone's having fun in Wrath. That's awesome. We'll see how we feel about everything after BlizzCon. Yep. Because we're gonna have some announcements at BlizzCon. If you didn't know, we're gonna have some pretty big announcements at BlizzCon. Some of them are gonna be things that happen relatively soon. Like, I feel like we're gonna get the new season of Classic Era probably a lot sooner than we think. I wouldn't be surprised if we have the new season of Classic Era maybe 2 weeks after BlizzCon. Season of Mastery dropped November 10th. So I wouldn't be surprised if the season didn't drop somewhere around the same exact time frame. And then we'll have to see how much hype there is for that. I guess it depends on what they do with it. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I'll be getting this character to 60 before a new season of Mastery. It really depends. If it comes out later in November, probably not. If they push it off until December, then yeah, we might be in the 50s. Part of me is really curious what they're going to do, though, because you have to think that although a new season of Mastery is not going to pull everyone away from hardcore, it's going to tug on a lot of people that just like playing Classic Era, you know? We are done with these guys. That was probably the fastest I've ever found them. Let's head over to the river and we'll look for the Crocodilus that we need. We need Lashtail Raptors. I picked up the quest for the Head Shrinkers and Commandos. I know nobody likes it when I do that quest, but we're gonna have to do it. So, it's not really an option. If they announce Classic Plus, the servers will be packed again. The hardcore servers are still packed, but yeah, the regular Classic Era servers are not so much. We're not going to get any Classic Plus announcement. I mean, you guys already know how I feel about this. Oh god, I shouldn't run through all these guys. I gotta go around. Let's go up here. Catching lightning bolts in the back is not good. There we go. And keep in mind, like, if we were to hear something like Classic Plus, if they were to talk about Classic Plus, it would be like them talking about something that's far off in the future, you know? It wouldn't be like, hey, Classic Plus coming in a couple months. It'd be like, hey, Classic Plus coming in a year or so. I don't think it would be like anything like super soon. Not with the new season coming out, not with Hardcore still popping off, not with Retail having an expansion coming up, not with Cataclysm happening. Like we're gonna see Cataclysm before we see any kind of Classic Plus content. Keep that in mind. We're gonna see Cataclysm before we see any Classic Plus content. So Alex, I should get mail soon. You sent me some new bags. That's awesome of you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. What am I rocking? I have a couple. I have one 12 slot. Yeah, that's right. We found one 12 slot bag. That's a long name. I said whoever says Kata confirmed Deathwing t-shirts for sale on the website. There's always a marketplace leak. Before like anything gets leaked, you gotta check the store because they're really bad about like updating their store before they're really supposed to. So I believe it. Yeah, I believe there's probably Kata stuff for sale on the store right now. Absolutely. It's always the store that F's up. They've done this kind of thing before. I was thinking we'd get one more big juicy leak before Friday. I don't know if like the confirmation of Kata is really a leak. They already soft confirmed Kata. It was either a blue post or an interview where they already basically confirmed it. So it's not like a big surprise to anybody. What will be a surprise is if like what are they going to do with Kata? Is it going to be exactly the same as it was? Are they going to make changes to it? I remember they sent out a survey last year along the lines of like, what features of Kata did you like? They're aware that people in the classic community a lot of them don't like Kata. And so they sent out a survey asking like, well, what parts of it did you like? Did you like the raids? Did you like the heroics? What did you like about it? Talent changes, questing, like, so maybe they'll make some changes based on that survey. Who knows? A lot of people didn't like Cataclysm. Like, the problem with Cataclysm is they know what the problem was. The problem is Cataclysm worked really well right when it happened. Cataclysm was super cool right when it came out. But over time, it was kind of lame. Because then you're stuck with all these leveling zones that never change. You know, all the leveling zones are stuck right at the moment the Cataclysm happened. Right at that very moment. The Cataclysm has just happened. And that's where all of the starting zones are stuck. And they got stuck that way forever. They were just stuck that way forever. And that was the really crappy part about Kata. I think like people got really turned off to Kata over time. Whereas when Kata first came out, I was excited for it. It was fun to play. I had a good time. But you know, people don't think it's classic necessarily. I think that's where like the big point of contention is. Is Cataclysm classic? Well, not really. It's not really classic. Calling it Cataclysm classic is kind of like, it's not really appropriate. Yeah, the new zones were okay, but changing the old world sucked. What sucked the most about it was just how they got stuck like that, you know? If the old zones continued to get updated, if they had gone back and touched them up like in subsequent expansions, and somehow progressed them past that moment when the Cataclysm struck, then it would have been okay. But you can't base all of your questing off of one incident that just happened. Because 3 years after that expansion, it's going to be really lame to play through that stuff, you know? Is Kata really confirmed or just leaks? It was an interview or a blue post, man. I can't remember which. They like basically confirmed it. You know how like they can't really confirm anything ever at all ever? They did as much as they could to confirm it without like flat out saying it. But they're not trying to fool anybody into thinking that Cat is not going to get dropped. Siri, I appreciate that. Thanks for being here and for hanging out with the stream. Good to have you here. But like I said, just because they basically confirmed Kata doesn't mean we're gonna get Kata without changes. We could get Kata with changes. We could get the, maybe we get the new leveling zones, but we don't get the world revamp. How weird would that be? Could we get the goblins and the Worgen without the world revamp? Yeah, I mean, I guess you could. It'd be a little weird. It'd be a little weird to have Kata without the old world changing, but maybe they'll do something like that. I don't know. We're gonna find out in like 3 days. So, I'm gonna try to stream the panels that are the WoW panels. I'm gonna try to like stream those. And if you guys want to come hang out, we can watch it together, we can chat about it. And other than that, I'll probably be trying to like play the game. But when the WoW panels come up, we will switch over and watch. Operation High Jump. It's been a while, man. It's going well, how are you? Purple Lotus, we have to be 210. Oh, we're not even anywhere near that. Shiny kit, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that. I'm glad you're having a good time. Operation, you got promoted at work? So you've been working like crazy? Man, they got you. Like, how do we make this guy work harder? Promote him. I always say if you get promoted or you get a raise, you should just keep working at the same rate. Don't increase how much you work just because you got promoted. Work the same amount. That's how it pays off. Work the same amount that you worked before. Because if you got promoted, you earned it. It sucks when people get promoted, then suddenly they have like 27 more responsibilities and 20 more hours of their week has to be devoted. It's like, that's not really a promotion. You got promoted, but they got you. I hope it's working out for you, though. And don't listen to me. I just am jaded to corporate culture. So yeah. Oh, it's your first salary base up. They're gonna take advantage of you hard. Then don't let them take advantage of you. Don't work too much, man. I remember when I got my first salary job, and like you just like. You get this idea, like, you're like, oh, I've made it. But it's like, you know, it's more work. You can no longer get overtime. You're going to work more. And, like, you're not going to realize that, like, you're breaking even sometimes. Because, like, now you can't even get overtime. So now instead of working your 40 hours a week, you're working 50 hours a week. You're thinking about the job for 10 more hours. So technically you're working 60 hours a week. They can really get you. But that's good though, man. Yeah, if you're looking to get into WoW, I would say don't start with retail, Siri. Definitely play Classic first. And it doesn't really matter if it's Classic Era or Wrath of the Lich King Classic. Retail is kind of like, it's just really muddled. It's got a lot of stuff going on, and it's hard for new players, I think, to pick up on like what they're supposed to do. The journey isn't really as meaningful in retail. Retail is a lot more about like end game activities and group activities than it is about like the leveling journey. Alright, we are done with Crocolisks. What next? Let's cut across the way here and we will go after the Lashtail Raptors. We are making pretty good progress. John, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Thanks for being here. Yeah, exactly. When you're salary, you're always on the clock. Exactly. And depending on what kind of job you have, if it's like intellectual based, you can really always be on the clock because you're always thinking about the job. When I was a training developer, like I thought about the job all the time. You know, I would come up with ideas and things when I wasn't working, and then I'd have to sit down at my computer. I'd have to at least type out the idea to like get it documented so that, you know, the next day I didn't completely forget it. They really can get you. They can really get you to a point where you feel like you work all the time. It kind of becomes your life. You never feel like you're not ever punching in and out, so there's never a sense of like leaving your work behind. And depending on what kind of job it is, if it's something like intellectual that gets into your head, then like there's no way to stop thinking about it. Yep. Especially when people move from hourly to salary jobs, they feel like they've been given something. And it's like the corporate culture kind of like creates that concept that like they try to get it into your head that if you're an hourly employee, you're not much. But if you get salaried, then you are part of the group. You are part of the company now. You are a real employee, and they make you feel grateful so that you work harder. Sometimes it works. If you move from hourly to salary and it's with a big pay bump, then it's worth it. If you move from hourly to salary and the pay bump's only like 10 grand a year, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't ever move from hourly to salary for anything less than 20 grand of a bump. Because you're going to work so much more, and it's going to consume so much more of your life. That's just my stupid advice. I disagree that retail is easier to get into. I completely disagree. Sorry. Classic is so much simpler, and there's so much less clutter. And to get off the ground in Classic, to start your character and start playing is so much simpler than doing something like going into Exile's Reach, doing a quick scenario, being tossed into Stormwind City or into Orgrimmar. Suddenly you have 50 exclamations on your map that are all begging you to click on them. The game is telling you to go to the trading post for some reason, even though you don't know what the trading post is. It's telling you to go get your mount, even though you don't know what a mount is. It's telling you to go to Stormwind Castle to start the BFA expansion, even though you don't know what the hell that is. I completely disagree, Foodie. I'm sorry. Retail is not easier to get into, nor is it simpler. Classic, by its definition of being the first version of the game, is simpler to pick up. It is simpler to get into. Reading your talent trees is a lot easier to actually understand what's going on with your character. You have less abilities in your rotation, so therefore it is easier to learn your class and to learn other classes. Whereas in retail, you really have to read a guide to figure out what's going on. Retail is prettier. Retail does have some quality of life stuff like area looting and stuff like that, but to say that retail is easier to get into is just like, it's completely wrong. It's completely wrong. Hey Justin, good afternoon, man. Hey, don't worry about it. You show up when you can show up, and when you can't, you gotta live life, man. I'm glad you're here, though. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the game for 20 years. When I jump into retail at endgame, I'm still overwhelmed by all the BS. And I feel like no real compulsion to play it. But, you know, to each their own. If you prefer retail, you can prefer retail. You just can't unilaterally say that retail is easier to get into, because that's a fallacy. My wife played during Mista Pandaria, and then she took a break. I had a kid, and real life ensued. She went back to WoW recently, and I started her in Classic and in retail at the same time. And after about a day, she was like, no, I don't like this retail stuff. I can't figure out what it is I'm supposed to do. There's so many options, so many things are available to me, that it just gets overwhelming. And like in the face of so many options of what you can do, a lot of people decide to do nothing. You know, in the face of infinite options, a lot of people will freeze up and they'll say, no, you know what, I want a more guided experience that makes sense. And Classic is an experience that makes sense. You start at level 1, there's never a question really of what you're supposed to do or where you're supposed to go. You don't have to worry about chromie time or a time walking campaign. You're not told to go to the trading post. So, yeah. Yeah, and also on the topic of the quest helper, if you're playing Wrath of the Lich King Classic, there is definitely a quest helper. So that statement is just kind of pure ignorance. Now, granted, in Classic era, like, we're using an add-on, we're using Questie to help us out. But if you're playing Wrath Classic, which is a really good place to start playing the game, by the way. If you're playing Wrath, they have the quest finder, the quest helpers built into the game now, so no worries there. Foodie, I think the thing is you said so many things that were just wrong that it sounded like trolling, because they might be things that you believe, but you said so many things that were not correct, that were like unilaterally not true, and so I think that's why Alex probably thought maybe you were trolling. that could be it. You said some stuff, basically all of it was wrong. And sometimes when that happens, people like assume that maybe you're trolling. You could not be trolling. You could just be wrong, and that's fine. That's okay too. Yeah, I would say check out Wrath of the Lich King. Wrath is a really good place to start. It's still classic. It's not like quite like retail. By Mist of Pandaria, we had like the full onset of like retail basically. The only thing missing from Mist of Pandaria that like became a big part of retail was Mythic Plus. But yeah, Wrath is a really good place to start for anybody looking to get into the game or to get back into the game. I would say go with Wrath Classic. You can check out Vanilla Classic too. Like you can check out this version of the game also, but if you want like your built-in quest guidance and built-in looking for dungeon tool, then Wrath is where you want to be. Klaus, hello, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. I feel like we can find more of these guys somewhere else. Maybe we head over to this area and we will have more. Also, we have to be careful. We do have a horde town pretty close to us. Wouldn't want to tick off any guards. Jess, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. The town guards will kill me. Yeah. Yep, I'm gonna do my best to avoid them. Maybe we do just hang out in this area. Yeah, we need what, 2 more? Let's hang out right here. We can hang out. We can wait for respawns if we have to. Speaking of respawns. Alright, let's go turn this one in. After that, well, we have turn-ins down in Booty Bay also, which is kind of a pain in the butt. We'll go after the Special Forces quest next. I think I might go back to Darkshire and then fly down to Booty Bay. The Hearthstone is set there, so in 4 minutes we'll be able to do that. It'd be easier than running all the way down to Booty. It sucks that we can't get a flight point, you know. A rebel camp flight point would be ideal.
I buy and trade. Farewell.
Alex, you saw a guy streaming his leveling journey through the OTK thing? He had a poll asking people if they liked the video. That's like 2 things people have to click. They have to click the like, and then they gotta click the poll to answer if they liked it. He had the chat on sub mode only? What's the fun of that?
Need help?
What is the fun of that? I guess, like, the only time I can imagine sub mode only is if you have, like, a couple thousand people in your chat, and you either A, have a lot of trolls, or B, if you're playing, like, a story-based game and people are spoiling stuff for you. I could see going to sub mode only, but not really for playing World of Warcraft.
Go with honor.
Unless you've just got so many people in your chat that you, like, literally can't track it all. So people are weird, man.
What can I do for you?
People are weird.
Be good. See you soon.
Yeah, like, especially when you're trying to grow your community, like, you don't want to go sub mode only unless it's, like, absolutely necessary. Which, like I said, unless it's like a story-based game and you're, like, getting it spoiled for you, I can't think of a lot of reasons to go sub mode only. Unless somehow half of your chat is trolls. If you got 1,000 people and 500 of them are trolls, then maybe. Maybe. What are we going into? We were going into protection. Yeah, chance to hit. Let's keep doing that. He had 400k subs? Dang! How many people were in his chat, like, simultaneously in his chat? I don't even know how you get 400k subs on YouTube, unless, like, maybe if you play Minecraft. Maybe if you put some Minecraft stuff on YouTube, you get 400k subs. I can't figure it out. I've been on YouTube for, it'll be 6 years in February. And we're rocking 25k, and I'm really happy to have that. Maybe viewbotting helps, I don't know. Maybe he's viewbotting. Marshall, good morning. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so, yeah, we're gonna go over to the Curzon compound. I know that, like, a lot of you guys probably don't want me to go into that cave. But we're gonna have to go into the cave, it turns out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can be more aggressive about subs and likes. I can mention it like a dozen times a day, but like I don't think that's gonna like inflate my numbers too much. I don't think just by asking people to sub to the channel, like I'm gonna jump from like 25,000 to like anywhere significant. Guys, if you're not subbed to the channel, subbing to the channel would help me out a lot. Yep, there. Yeah, I mention it at the end of my VODs. Like, so when I do a recorded video, I mention it at the end. I figure that the people most likely to benefit from subbing to the channel are going to be people that watch the whole video all the way through. And so typically I only ask for likes and subs and bell rings at the end of my content. Just because I feel like those people who are hanging around, they're probably most likely to feel inclined to do that. I need to shout to people to subscribe. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to work. I don't know if that's going to work. Yeah, subs only is a gimmick. Now is sub only or members only? Because on YouTube it's two different things. So on YouTube, like a sub is just someone who clicked the sub button on your channel, whereas a member is someone who is paying you real life money. And so those are two like very different things. Lale, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Congrats. It was sub only. Yeah, you know, that is a way to get subs. So sub only, I mean, that's not as bad as... I was thinking members only. I was thinking, like, give me money to chat. I thought he was members. Sub only, I can see. I could see a person doing that. You know, going sub only for chat. And yeah, it's just a mechanism to get people to go to your page and click the sub button, which the sub button costs them nothing but the click, you know. If you can get like a few hundred people in your stream at once, then yeah, you could benefit. You can get a couple hundred subs that day if you're sub only. I don't really feel like doing that kind of thing, but I can understand why somebody would. And David, you're not late, you're just on time, man. You show up whenever you want to show up, so you are perfectly on time. Kloss, the answer is yes, but where would the fun in that be? Oh god, they have stuns. What is... are we asleep? It's a smoke bomb. Who are these guys? Batman? They have smoke bombs? Jeez. It's incredibly rude. I feel like we're about to have a bunch of respawns. And I know I shouldn't go too far into this cave. I should zoom out a little bit also, that could help. I found the secret Batman mobs. Yeah. I know, I have to be careful here. I'm gonna be as careful as I ever am. Which probably doesn't make a lot of people feel better. We have a rogue here with us somewhere kind of skulking about. It doesn't seem like he's really going to be of much help to us, but he's here somewhere. Can buff? I can buff. Enjoy your 5-minute buff. Do I need elite quests? Not currently. I don't think I have the elite quest. I should just type yes and then not buff him. Can buff? Yes, I can. Will I buff you is a different question that you didn't ask. They have to walk away. It'd be so rude. Yes, I can. Oh no, I got 2 of them. Alright, we're still fine. We're fine. The shadow bolts might start to hurt after a minute though. There we go. I'll pop a potion here just because we have so many of them. I don't think it was entirely necessary, but we'll do it anyway. Yeah, I heard about Matthew Perry. I don't often hear my wife tells me some things like that sometimes. I don't usually follow like actors and their lives, but I was sad to hear that. Same class, Marshall. Yeah, it's a pally. They play completely different in classic as opposed to Wrath, but so it doesn't feel the same. But yeah, it's a pally. Witch doctors I don't need. I've gone too deep into the cave. Yeah, we've gone too far. We need to pull back. This guy's having a conversation with somebody in /say, but I don't think he's having a conversation with me. I think he's talking to somebody else. Yeah, he was really young, David. Unfortunately, with things like that, like sometimes like the damage gets done to the human body. That's kind of like I don't know. Obviously we don't know what happened, but sometimes like damage gets done to the human body, and then like stuff just goes wrong later on in life. Even when you get well, and even when you change, sometimes like the stuff you've already done has a lasting effect. That's just the shitty thing about the human body. Yeah, we're making pretty good progress here. I mean, there's lots of other people here, but no one is tagging the mobs we need, so we are doing pretty good. I love that they do the smoke bomb. They take 5 steps away and then they come right back. He could have went and got help. He could have done anything, but instead he just came right back to die. Alright, we need 2 more commandos. And they're just right around the mouth of the cave. They don't exist like very deep in. We probably just want to hang out around here and wait for respawns to come in. There's the one that spawns over in the watchtower. We can go check there. Oh, there's one right here. That will work just fine. Three of them? I don't really like three of them. I'm gonna kill one of them, and then we're gonna kind of like think about where we're at. There's one of them dead. I'll stun you. I'll pop this. I'll get a big heal. Maybe. Okay, there's the heal. That wasn't really as big as I was hoping. Okay. Okay, that's just great. Perfect. I'm gonna pop another heal. And we should be good. Ra, good afternoon. Welcome to the stream. So we could take 3 of these guys. That's what we just learned. Alright, we're going to turn this one in, then I'm going to hearth back to Darkshire and fly down to Booty Bay. We have a couple of things to turn in down that way. And then we'll decide what we want to do next. I really don't know. We could go back to Desolus, and we could do the Undead Kill quest down in the south. That'll get us access to a Scarlet Monastery quest. But then I gotta pug Scarlet Monastery. Which I don't know if I want to do that today. I'm pretty sure we can get Khadgar Whiskers now. I thought that was 180. Let's see. No. 185. Okay. That's rude, but okay. Yeah, I kind of got distracted by all the herbs. I did mean to go back to the rebel camp, but now the herbs are just leading me away. And possibly astray. Irfan, good afternoon, man. Thanks for being here. What's my favorite class? Probably the warrior. Warrior, paladin, rogue, mage. It's easier to like just point out the few classes that I don't really enjoy. Druid. I don't really enjoy the druid. Not in classic era. What else? Warlock. I've never really enjoyed the warlock, although, you know, the warlock by all accounts is a great class. I just don't enjoy it. But favorite class, probably the warrior.
What can I do for you, or the Alliance?
So this one is an elite quest, right? Because Curzon is an elite?
Be careful.
Yes, okay. So obviously we're probably not doing that anytime soon. And then the other two quests we have, they turn in down in Booty Bay. So I'm gonna hearth to Darkshire and then we'll take a flight.
Hey there. Safe travels.
Alex, you didn't do the elite quest? I might not. We'll see. I'd have to spam general chat to get a group for it. I don't know if I'll do that or not. We could go somewhere like Alterac. We could do this one. Alterac Signet Rings. We've got stuff to do, but it's kind of all over the place. This goes to the Badlands. This has to go back to Shimmering Flats at some point. Speaking of the Badlands, what's going on in the Badlands? That's not the Badlands. Swamp of Sorrows. Badlands, here we go. A dwarf and his tools. It doesn't seem like there's a lot going on in Badlands, honestly. Do I even want to go there? Belangian, I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Master Eden, yes. Yep. What's for lunch today? We were just discussing that very briefly. I might not have lunch today. I encouraged her to eat something. But when she's teaching class, she only gets a half-hour lunch because the people she teaches only get a half-hour lunch. When I taught class, I called an hour lunch, and I just didn't give a crap if they didn't get paid for a half hour. They'd get to the end of their week, and they'd realize they were a couple hours short because they were hourly, for the most part, the people that I would be teaching. And I didn't care. I took an hour lunch, and then at the end of the week, they would be short on hours. So I started telling people, I would say, I'm going to take an hour lunch. You can feel free to punch back in after a half hour, and you can study or something. I don't care. But they've become a little bit more strict since I had the job. So she's stuck on a half-hour lunch while she's in class. So I encouraged her to eat, and I will just fend for myself at some point. We're having a fasting. We're fasting. interval fasting. That's what we're doing. I had a piece of bread with peanut butter on it before I started the stream, so should be good for like 3 or 4 more hours. I'm not going to be able to find any of these guys. Where are you all hiding? Some of you are in the inn. Here we go.
Time is money, friend! Glad I could help! Hurry back!
What's this one? Acquire 18 Skull Splitter Tusks.
Keep it real!
What level are you? 42. Yeah, we're not doing that yet.
Adventure
Goblin
awaits.
sponsorship.
I have work for one such as you.
Fuel regulator blueprints. Okay. Klaus, thanks so much for the membership, man. I appreciate that. And welcome. Now you're stuck here. Exactly. They're out there, man. Just keep looking. You'll find a good one.
What's up? Be good. Keep it real.
Alright, yeah. See, I don't really want to stay in Stranglethorn. But the problem is, I don't have a ton of quests to do anywhere else. I could eventually turn this quest in. That could be cool, you know. We did that quest a long time ago. Foodie, don't yuck somebody else's yum, man. Don't yuck somebody else's yum. You don't have to like everything that exists in the world, but you do have to accept it. Especially if you're going to be vocal here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we are gonna head back to Desolus. I have a quest to turn in from forever ago. We've done some stuff there already, but there might be some more to do. There might be some more to do there. Let's take a look. I know for sure we have the Undead quest, which is like a level 39 quest. Desolus, here we go. Yeah, we've got this to turn in. I believe there's at least one more follow-up for this. We've got Valhariel Search. Mispronounced that brutally. The friendly reputation is just the opposite faction. I'm not going to farm up the opposite faction. Down the Scarlet Path is the kill quest. Yeah, there's not a lot to do. Oh, here we go. We can head over here and do this stuff too. I forgot about these quests. Scepter of Light and the Rackmore's Log. Rackmore's Log, okay. And after that stuff, I don't know. I don't know what else we can. Then we have to come back to Stranglethorn and do a million more quests here. Except we're not. We're kind of under level for some of it. They really need like one more leveling zone in the 35 to 45 leveling range. They need to take the Azara zone and they need to remake it for Classic Era. And they need to make it a level like 35 to 45 questing area. That would be awesome. And it would solve a lot of people's problems. It's really easy to get to level 40 and then to feel like you're kind of running out of stuff to do. And ideally, we don't go to Tannerus until like level 42. So, there's Dustwallow Marsh. Nope. Nope. And probably not. There's not a lot to do in Dustwallow. It doesn't, well, there are a few things to do. For some reason, some of them are like way lower level and we've out-leveled them. I don't really want to go to Dustwallow Marsh in Classic Era. Besides that, we've got a turn-in down here we should probably take care of. I think I have to do that. I think we'll fly down to Gadgekstan. We'll run up and we'll get this one turned in Shimmering Flats so it's not just sitting there. We'll jump a flight over to Desolus. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Profit. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. JK, have a good time hiking. That's awesome. We'll see you next time. Alex, I should go to Ironforge, pick up the breadcrumb for the Reclaimers and Desolus. Oh. You know, I was in Ironforge earlier today before I started the stream. I wish I would have thought about it then. Because, yeah, I was definitely, like, in Ironforge. Ah, yeah, shoot. Yeah, I probably... Oh, God! Oh, God, I'm in the boat! Alright, nobody move. Nobody move. I want you guys to stay perfectly still, okay? Nobody move. I can't even wheel my camera in or out. I'm not gonna move. I'm gonna hope that we're attached to the boat at this point. It's like the Philadelphia experiment. We have become fused with the boat. We and the boat are now one. Yeah, oh, we're probably gonna be fine. I'm sure nothing weird or bad is gonna happen to us on this boat ride. It's probably gonna dump me in the middle of the ocean, and I'm gonna get fatigued. Let's see what happens as we start pulling away. But I think we're okay. I'm not quite sure what happened. Like, one of the rudders hit us. Like, I'm not sure what happened. Bubble hearth. I can't. It's illegal. Not only is it illegal, but it doesn't work. I think we're okay. Yeah, look, we're on the boat. Like, the boat's going with us. I'm sure this is perfectly safe. James, happy Halloween. Everything is well except that we're fused to the side of a boat. Besides that, we're doing good. I'm hoping this gets us where we want to be and does not deposit us in the middle of the ocean where we will get fatigued and die. Oh god. It's a little bit scary. I'm just not going to touch my mouse or keyboard until we have safely arrived in town. It's not going to end well, Auntie. It's going to be fine. Yeah, we're stuck in the armpit of the boat. It's great. Our Halloween outfit is a boat. Yeah, we're a boat for Halloween. Look, we faced... Oh, God! Oh, no! No, not like this! Shit! Guys, are we gonna make it? I see the land! I see the land, but like we're not getting any closer. We're gonna die. We're gonna die in the middle of the ocean. Fatigued. Our fatigue bar is gonna run out soon. I have potions and stuff, but like this fatigue bar goes really fast. Any swim speed potions? No, not at all. Look at that. We are not gonna make it. This is where our level 39 paladin bites it. You'd think like we're getting pretty close to it, you know, we're pretty close to the land. You'd think maybe we would make it. But yeah, I could have hearthed. Yeah. I could have hearthed. I probably could have hearthed. We can't hearth now. Oh, that's not a lot of damage. Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. Okay. Rip. That's it. Stuck on a boat. You have died. You must pass the mantle of leadership on to somebody else. Alex? You're up, man. Oh! What a way to go. What a way to go. We had 23 gold on that character. That's the really cool thing. Boop. Boop. Let's see. We are gonna go... I guess we can go to Mankrik. Interesting way to die. Not really. I would have taken any other way. I probably should have like popped myself out. I didn't think we'd fall off. If we didn't fall off prior to moving, I really didn't think we would fall off after moving. But that's the way she crumbles. Yep. All right. It's one way to end the journey. When one journey ends, another begins. Yeah. It was a lame one. Anybody could say like, well, you shouldn't have hung out in the armpit of the boat, stupid. Yeah, I can see it, you know. Yeah, Alex is right. If I'd have Hearthstone the moment I fell into the water, I would have lived. Yeah, there's a lot of things a smart person could have done. But you're not watching a smart person. You're watching me play. So you take what you can get. Boat boss. Yep. Rip to the boat boss. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. My hearth was on cooldown. Thank you, Emulations. I feel a little bit better about that. My hearth was on cooldown, Emulations says. And I believe that because we had just hearthed back to Darkshire a bit before. Ryan, you missed us dying from fatigue damage. It's hard to explain. You gotta run it back. Watch the last minute and a half, and you'll know everything you need to know. But we're out 23 gold. The Paladin is dead. DED. And yeah, that's it. That is the way it goes. All right. So guys, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna eat some food, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna play the warrior. Surfer says this is why retail is better. I mean, this is hardcore, so it has nothing to do with the version of the game, just that we're playing on hardcore. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat. I'm gonna end this stream so that I can keep my playlists in order. And I'm gonna come back after I eat something, and we're gonna play the warrior for a bit. That is the new plan, guys. Thank you guys for being here. I'll be back on in like 15 or 20 minutes. If you guys want to come hang out and watch the warrior not die, I would appreciate it. If you got other stuff to do, I totally understand. And I appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to throw up the scheduled stream as soon as I end this one, so it'll be sitting there waiting for me to come back. Thank you guys again. I hope to see you very soon.